Can you tell us a bit about how was it like? With which people were you assigned in a team? What was the dynamics? How did you work together on the audit?
You mean at Spearbit or at Satura? Or
Yeah,
on
at
Codarena?
Spearbit, where we
or
didn't
everywhere?
start. Yeah, at Codarena, you also participated in a bit in a team. Before we talk about Sartora, more like Codarena and Spearbit.
Yeah. So Codarena, it was awesome. Also, it was always awesome to be in a team because you get to learn and to brainstorm ideas with others. On Spearbit, it's a little different as people don't really have the time to explain what's happening. You actually need to be active in asking them. You've got some process where everyone's working asynchronously by writing, having some inline comments on the code on PRs. I don't think I'm giving a very big alpha here, but
sorry for interrupting. Do you share the same code base so you can see other auditors' comments on the code base,
yes,
or everyone has its own? Okay.
So you actually see everyone's comments and even the sponsors, the customers. So everyone's discussing sometimes on like one line of
Interesting.
code. And you can have whole threads because when you are making a PR, you can add comments on a line. And so this is what we use. I don't believe this is a big secret process, but
yeah. What was the alpha that you wanted to share? Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, this is what I said. When you make a PR, you can add comment on a line of code, and this is what we do to collaborate. So
cool. So you worked through GitHub, right?
Through PRs, well, there's your own environment, and so you the visual developer and the audit tags. But when you want to communicate, you tag some people and ask some questions on the PRs.
So you constantly need to pull the repo to keep up to date with the new pull requests and new comments.
There's a code change. The pull request is in the beginning, and you work on it for a month. In fact, just because
no, but once how do you get like live updates when other auditors add comment to your local VS Code ID?
No, not to your local VS Code. You are not merging code. The commands are on GitHub.
So in your local repository, you have your own comments when you clone it, and then you write your own comments. But if you want to see other auditors' comments, you go to the GitHub repository and you see the pull request.
You're adding your own piece of code. In fact, you're editing your local version. But the frozen version, which has been PR'd, is the one on where you actually just. Am I even allowed to say how it works? Well, it's not.
I'm not sure, but if you don't feel confident, we don't have to continue to talk about it. But I don't think it's a big secret.
Yeah, so it's just that you've got some comments, real comments, but locally you're editing your code.
Yeah.